Hopefully I can cut that part out. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here from Little Face Brewing. I hope you guys have enjoyed your Homebrew Wednesday because today is actually Thursday. It is what it is. It's not about the day, it's about the content. What I got going here, I wanted to just show you guys, touch on a little bit. I've got here the passion fruit mead. I'm going to let this guy on this fruit just a little bit longer yet. And then I'm going to transfer it off of that fruit and into an empty carboy and let it set for a while. Do a little bit of tasting, of course, as we go through. This one right here is actually the corn mash ale. Is what we're calling it, because I don't really have a style. I don't really know what it's going to come out at, but I do know that my gravity reading was a lot lower than what I expected in a matter of really about 10 days of primary fermentation. It dropped down to 1.001, so it's dang near flat out 1, and it'll probably be under 1 when it's all said and done. With that said, it actually still has a little bit of a sweetness to it left over. So she's still fermenting. I'm dry hopping it with a ½ ounce of Brewer's Gold from Maine brew guy himself, Gary. He brought some down, and a ½ ounce of my homegrown Cascade. And what we have right here is Dropkick Nate. Now I brewed this yesterday, and as you can tell, there is a beautiful krausen on the top. I've already got, you know, a cake at the bottom, but that's probably mostly hops that are in the bottom. I can't wait to dive into this beer. So without further ado, here's some footage from yesterday's brew day. This is my first brew day of 2015. What am I brewing? I'll tell you what I'm brewing. I am brewing the famous Dropkick. So I'm brewing, it's not the beer he entered in, but it's a beer that he has done quite often and who a lot of the other brew tubers have done as well. So I'm jumping on the bandwagon, baby. I'm going to put it in there myself. So I got a yeast starter going over here. I'm using an 05 that I washed out of. Let's see, this will be my third beer. Originally it was Falconer's Flight. Then I did this pale ale that I have over here, and this will be the third beer from the 05. So there's taking what, a $2 investment in a pack of Safewell 05 and spreading the love amongst other beers. Because you can do that, and it's a wonderful thing. I'm also going to be transferring this rascal over into secondary. And that is actually my corn mash cream ale. Not quite sure if it's going to be a cream ale yet, but it's a corn mash ale is what we're going to call it. So I'm going to throw that into secondary. And yeah, we'll see what else we can get into today, huh? Get our greens all measured out. And it'll be time to grind them. All the grains are measured out. Let's see if we can get these rascals ground up. Here's some improvements that I made to the mill. I put in a cloth in the front to keep all the dust inside. I put up a dust collector on the inside, right here, to collect any dust and anything that's kind of in the way. You flip on one switch, the motor comes on, and the vac system comes on. So let's see if this rascal works. Better work. No dust. No grains out on the floor. crush looks pretty good. A little bit finer than what most people like, but works for me. Check my temperature. Shooting for 150, 152. I'll be happy with 155 since it's cold out. Oh man, beautiful. Just over 150. So between 150 and 155. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Put the old jacket on her. All those years of smoking cigarettes. Marlboro. See who knows what that's all about. Now we're talking, baby. All I gotta do is spin that rascal and and we'll be good to go. So I got my first runnings already. I just dumped in my sparge water into the mash tun. I'm hitting all my numbers. I held 150, probably right around 152 degrees throughout my mash for an hour. And just threw in my sparge water. I was about 180 in the lauter tun. Put it in there with the grain bill, being down 150. Bam, 170 degrees. Bam. I love it when a plan comes together. This is what I put inside my mash tun. And it's a plastic plate with a bunch of holes poked in it. So that way I can pour my pitchers right on top of that and it doesn't screw up the grain bed at all. So, in that rascal goes. Let's see what it looks like. This is a beautiful color. It really, truly is. Gorgeous color. Oh, yeah. It only takes a pitcher or two to settle out this grain bed. There we go. Now, look at that color and clarity. There's zero, get it up here, there's like zero grains floating around in there at all. Works like a charm. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. Put this back on. And gather it until it's done. Alrighty, got my first edition of hops put in, and got a good, vigorous boil going. Very vigorous, and this is a beautiful looking beer. It sure as hell smells fantastic. So I got the boil going. I think what I'm going to do with this one, instead of trying to mess around with my chiller or anything like that, is I think I'm going to just pull it out of the brew kettle and put it in one of my smaller kettles and put a lid on it and set it outside. Why the hell not? Take advantage of the cold northeast. It's a balmy whatever degrees out here, but I'm digging it. It's cool. Wow, that smells fantastic. That first edition is El Dorado. First time I've ever used that hop. The next edition goes in is Galaxy, and it's in the last 5 minutes. And then the other 2 additions that go in, that's the secret. And I'm not allowed to let it go. Oh, damn, I crack myself up sometimes. Well, I'm going to go clean my mash tun out. Get inside, I might even grab a beer. Not going to let it go. You're going to have to get a hold of Nate Pico. So I hope you enjoyed that footage from yesterday. It was a really good brew day. I thoroughly enjoyed myself yesterday. And yeah, I hit my numbers pretty much dead on everything. My mash temp was 152, bam, throughout the entire mash. My sparge, when I put it in and I checked my temperature, 170, bam, on the nose. My volume that I came out with, about 5.5 gallons. As you can see, this is a 6-gallon carboy. Bam! Pretty much hit my target on volume, and my original gravity was 1052, and I hit that. There's nothing better than hitting every number on your brew day. It just makes the day even better. Before I go, I would like to put a plug out there. Earlier in the week, I actually did a interview with James Spencer from Basic Brewing Radio. It aired yesterday on Wednesday, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. He was a great guy to sit and talk to. We did our interview, and then, hell, he and I sat and talked for another half hour on top of that, just about different things. So go to basicbrewing.com and check out their podcasts, because I have literally been hooked since the end of last week. I've been going there and I listen to 2 or 3 of the podcasts a day, and pretty much every day now. So great information there. Go there, check their stuff out, listen to their podcast, their videos. They're doing, hopefully we'll be seeing them doing some Homebrew Wednesday videos shortly. And just check them out on the web, basicbrewing.com or Basic Brewing Radio. You can like them on Facebook as well. This is S.J. Poor from Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Brew beer. And mead. Cheers. On the front porch and the swing, just a swinging. Swinging. Charlotte, she's as pretty as the angels when they sing. If I'm out here on the front porch and the swing, just a swinging.